everyone, I'm back with another bump date or baby update. My last one that I filmed, I think I left off just before 12 weeks, so I was nearing the end of my first trimester at that point. Right now I am 17 and a half weeks pregnant, so I'm on my way into the second trimester, so I have a few changes and things to talk about. Also, you guys probably won't be able to tell, but I am sitting on a new couch now. It's actually bigger, it's super comfy, and it has like a chaise lounge. Our other couch was just a standard like 3-cushion couch, and Luke and I had a really hard time like laying lengthwise and being able to cuddle without like being annoyed by each other in our space, and I decided we should get a new couch before baby gets here because you know what? I want to be able to spread out. Now, me, him, the cat, and the dog can all fit comfortably on the couch, so I call it a win. So in my last update, we were about to find out the gender. We had a planned gender reveal party with like our close family and like a couple of my really good friends. And if you didn't get a chance to watch that, I will link it here or wherever the iCard will be, otherwise in the description box. It was a fun video. So spoiler alert, we are having a girl, which I'm super excited about because I really wanted a girl first. Luke, not so much. He wanted a boy first, but I think he's warming up to the idea. Honestly, I like mentioned to him right after we found out, I'm like, is it just because you're freaked out about her like dating and stuff? And he said, oh, kind of. I'm like, well, luckily we have like a solid 16 years before that becomes like a real concern. So I think we'll be okay. We've also picked a name for her. I mean, I guess we could change our minds at some point, but we're pretty set on this name. And we're gonna try not to tell anyone the name until she's born. I don't know if we'll make it to February without telling people, but that's the goal. Just because, like, I don't know, it's like we did the gender reveal and, you know, we announced the pregnancy and everything, and it's like there's not that much that you really get to keep, like, as a special, like, thing that just we know and is kind of like a fun little surprise other than her name. So that's kind of the goal. Who knows if that'll actually happen. Luke and his family are really bad at secret keeping, so I feel like he might let it slip, or I might let it slip, but we'll see how it goes. My dog Rue is just like cozying up in the chair right now. I'm gonna try and take a picture of her and I'm gonna insert it into the video because she's killing me. Hey boo boo, what are you doing? And she's just like staring at me with this kind of judgmental look on her face. It's hilarious. Anyways, so back to baby news, I guess. Let me go to my app here because that has some stuff. So depending on what app you use, obviously the fruit/vegetable that baby is the size of varies. My Bump app says a pomegranate. What to Expect says a turnip. Both of them say about 5 inches long from crown to rump because they don't measure to the feet quite yet. And she's about 5 or 6 ounces heavy, which is so weird to me. Like 5 inches seems like so big, but 5 ounces is so little, like weight-wise. Kind of crazy. And she can hear us like she can hear noises outside the womb now, which is really cool. And she definitely looks a lot more like a baby now than kind of like a big-headed alien, which is exciting. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, she is a baby, so it's cool that she's starting to like look more like a little person in there. As far as how I've been feeling a lot better, I'd say, since about 13-ish weeks, give or take. My nausea definitely decreased a lot around 12, 13 weeks, and then for a little while there, if I didn't like eat or stay on top of eating, I would get nauseous again, but honestly, that's not as bad now either. The biggest thing for me now is I'm just starving, hungry like all the time, and I could literally eat probably like 10 meals a day. Obviously I'm not because I don't want to become a balloon, but I definitely am eating more than I ever did before. I don't know if I mentioned in the last video, but I am kind of like, Luke always refers to me as a bird, the way I eat and drink. Like I'll just pick at things throughout the day or like sip little drinks of water and like wet my beak, and that's enough. But I'm doing a lot better with that, so definitely not a concern there. At my last appointment, which was 3 weeks ago now, I was almost back up to my pre-pregnancy weight. I had lost like 3 or 4 pounds, I think just from being nauseous and not feeling great. But I was like a pound away from pre-pregnancy weight, and I will be shocked if I go to my appointment next week and I haven't at least gained a couple pounds because, like, I'm telling you, I've been eating like cray-cray. I have been getting what my midwife said is around ligament pain, so it's like my low stomach, like groin area when you cough or sneeze. Sometimes when I lay a certain way, or like if it's almost like a catch, and it's just like a really intense kind of cramp, just like uncomfortable pain that I'll get. I mean, it doesn't last a long time, but it doesn't feel great. But I guess that's super normal. It's just, you know, my uterus is starting to come up more into my like stomach area, and things are growing and stretching, so it's nothing to be concerned about, but like I said, it does not feel awesome. And back pain. I have had a bad back for a long time. I hurt my sciatic nerve when I was a teenager, when I worked, I was a produce stocker at a grocery store, and ever since then I've had like flare-ups of it. If I sit for too long or if I walk a long time, my sciatic nerve on my left side specifically for me will just kill, and it just kind of like that like throbby pain goes down your butt into your leg. And like if I lay flat or try and move my legs, it literally is like I have to have help getting up. I have noticed that's come back, and like I said, it's weird because I really haven't gained weight yet, and my belly has definitely come out more than it ever has before, but I still don't know if I would say I would have popped yet. But just like the changing of my body has definitely put pain on my lower back and my sciatic nerve. So I actually just started seeing a chiropractor that specializes in pregnancy and pediatrics, and that went really well. I have another appointment with her on Monday, and it definitely is not as bad as it was before I saw her. So I'm excited about that because it drives me insane. And you know, we shoot weddings, and we still have a lot of fall weddings, and sitting in the car for a long time, and then working a 12-hour day on your feet does not make your back happy. Like, I'll just say that much. It doesn't feel great. Oh, okay, cravings. I don't know if I would really refer to anything I've had so far as a craving per se, because I guess in my mind, and maybe it's just how like Hollywood portrays what women's pregnancy cravings are, but a craving to me is like, I have to have it now, and if I don't have it now, like, it's not gonna be pretty. And I feel like I haven't had anything like that, but there have been specific foods that like beforehand, it's not like I didn't like them, but it's just like, I would be like, oh cool, I have that for lunch one day this week and I'm good. Like, but now I will eat them every single day, or want to eat them every single day. So for me, let's see, soup. From the beginning of this pregnancy, I have literally eaten soup 1 to 2 times a day. I think almost every day since I've been pregnant. And I've always liked soup, but not enough to eat it multiple times a day, every day. Salads, again, I really like salads, but I went through a phase there. Phone is ringing. Pause. Anyways, so salads are another one. Not as much now, but for like a solid 2 or 3 weeks in my first trimester, I wanted a salad like constantly. Like, there's a couple from different salads from a restaurant in Flint that I really, really liked, and it was just like, oh, I could eat it every day. And I did eat it for several times a week for a couple weeks there. Let's see. Gummy worms, that one's one of my weird ones. I'm not a big candy person. Like, I like chocolate, but candy specifically is not really my thing. But not the sour kind either, just regular gummy worms have kind of been my jam. So that one's one of the more, I'd say, weird, like strange cravings I've had. And then ice water. And again, I've never been a big water drinker. I'm doing better because I know it's important to stay hydrated for me and the baby, so I've been drinking like at least 6 8-ounce glasses of water a day, if not more, which is a huge improvement for me. Honestly, I used to drink like maybe 2 like 8-ounce glasses of water a day, but it has to be like ice cold. And I have one of those. It's like a Tervis or Yeti cup. It's an off-brand, but it still keeps ice and water cold for like hours, and I'll put ice cubes in that and water, and like that's the only way I'll drink it. I will chug the water when it's like that. So good, but it has to be ice cold. If it's not ice cold, I'm like, ugh, not a fan, don't like it. Oh, apples. I've been really into apples and apple sizes. I'll eat those every day, and I've never been like that before. Again, it's just like that's something I would eat an apple, but it wasn't like, I need apple sizes every day. So yeah, I think that's the majority of them for me. Oh, I do have a tip though. Okay, so I had about 34B was my boob size before I got pregnant. I've always been on the smaller side of things, and while I don't know if they've gotten that much bigger, my bras definitely fit differently now, and they feel heavier and still kind of sore. Like, a lot of people say that the soreness goes away in second trimester. Not for me. It's lessened, but it's still there. So I've read that, you know, some people recommend buying nursing bras while you're pregnant, but I've also read a lot saying that like your boobs will get a little bigger throughout pregnancy, but honestly, right after the baby's born and your milk comes in, there's one they like get way bigger. And so it's kind of like, do I want to invest in different size bras multiple times throughout the pregnancy and after birth, or should I just, you know, like make do with what I have? So I've read some things saying that like having a bra without an underwire helps with like the soreness and just like with like them changing, expanding, and all of my bras basically did have an underwire. So I went to Kohl's actually and just got some bralettes that are like a thicker band, so they're not super flimsy, I had to get them in a size large, which is crazy to me. I've never bought a size large bra or really size large anything in my life. So it was kind of like, oh, this is weird. I guess my boobs are bigger now. I bought a couple of them and they're just like, they're cute. They're like bralettes and they have like the solid strap. So I have one on right now. And then like the band is like, I don't know, like that thick. But they're actually super comfortable and they feel so much better than regular bras. So if you're kind of in that weird in-between phase and your boobs are growing, but maybe like not a lot, or you just don't want to waste a ton of money on expensive maternity or nursing bras like throughout pregnancy, I highly recommend just getting some like nice bralettes or other types of bras that don't have an underwire because it feels a lot better, trust me. And then as far as maternity clothes, I really haven't invested much. I'm trying to be very minimal about purchasing maternity wear, only because I feel like a lot of clothes that I have will get me through at least the majority of the pregnancy. I mean, with being a first-time mom and I was on the thinner side to begin with, I don't expect my bump to be huge, at least not until closer to the end. So it's like a lot of my flowier dresses, shirts, those kind of things, I feel like are definitely going to get me by for the majority of the time. But I did break down and buy a pair of maternity jeans and a pair of maternity leggings, both from Target. They have a new line. It's the Ingrid and Isabel by Ingrid and Isabel, I think is what it is. They're cheaper than the Ingrid and Isabel like online store. Not cheap, but cheaper. I love the jeans. They fit better than any jeans have ever fit me before. And they were, I think, like just under $40. But they've got like, they're not the panel, because I don't like that, but they're like the little, like the side, stretchy sides, so it'll expand with you. Love those. And then I ended up getting a pair of maternity leggings, like I said, just in a size small, because I wear like black pants and leggings to shoot weddings, and honestly it's like my belly's not that big yet, but like I feel like my pants specifically are suffocating to it, and it's like if I sit for too long I'll get like actually get indigestion or like stomach pain because my pants are just like squishing my poor stomach. So I do recommend that particular line. Another one is Pink Blush. It's like an online store and they have a lot of maternity friendly that you can wear before, after pregnancy, and during. I'm looking at getting a couple dresses from them, actually one potentially that I will wear to my shower, so I haven't actually tried them yet, but I've heard good things, so that's another one that I'm hoping to buy from. I might do like a little maternity clothing haul soon, once I get a few more pieces, just because like, I don't know, those are fun to watch and I like to watch them, so why not? Other than that, yeah, that's kind of how things have been going. I feel like, knock on wood, everything has been really smooth so far, and I'm really thankful for that. I have my next midwife's appointment next week, which will be my 18-week appointment, and then a week and a half later, we'll be doing our 20-week anatomy scan, ultrasound, which that'll be more of a confirmation for us that she is in fact a girl, but also, you know, to see how everything else is growing and developing. So I'm excited about that. A little nervous just because it is nerve-wracking, but I know that I just have to trust that everything will be okay, and I just can't wait to see how different she looks compared to my 11-week scan, because I know she's gonna look crazy different. So that being said, I am going to do a little belly shot at the end here. It definitely has gotten bigger from my last video, but like I said, it's like, I feel like it seems bigger to me because I've never really had that big of a belly in my life, and it's not like that stereotypical like hard pregnant belly yet, where it's like literally like a bump, and if you touch it, it's like hard to touch. I'm not there yet, and I guess that's normal. As baby gets bigger and my uterus actually moves up more, then it will start to get that way. I kind of wish it was though, because at this point it just feels like pudgy, because it's like squishy, like fat would feel, and it just sticks out more, and I'm kind of like, oh, this stinks. But I know it'll happen sooner rather than later, so I'll just appreciate what I got while I got it. So here we go. Lift up to here. Hopefully you guys can see this whole little area right here. Definitely sticking out more than normal. That's definitely not my normal stomach. So starting to get that belly. Really exciting. So this is 17 and a half weeks. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'd enjoy. Please give this a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe. I will be back soon with more baby bump videos as well as vlogs. Bye!